thank you for joining me on this functional medicine topic about the dangers of Candida. The shocking truth is Candida can be at the root of GI distress, gas, bloating, multiple food sensitivities and cravings, and leaky gut. Unfortunately, if the right steps are not taken, this problem can root deep into your body and become systemic. But before we begin, I'd like to give you a brief introduction. I'm Teresa Rispoli, Doctor of Clinical Nutrition, acupuncturist, board-certified functional nutritionist, and founder of FunctionalNutritionistAcademy.com, where I teach a board-certified functional nutrition certification program called Mastering Functional Nutrition. And I'm also the founder of Complete Health Institute, located in Agora, California, where I've been in a successful practice for over 27 years. I'm passionate about what I do, and I decided to pay it forward and help you learn the tools and principles of functional medicine, which I use in my wellness center every day to solve my patients' chronic health conditions with natural solutions. I want you to understand, you don't have to suffer with Candida and yeast overgrowth and the dangers surrounding it. So get a pen and a pad because you'll want to take notes. I'm offering you a lot of usable information here. Also, if you stay to the end, I'm offering you a very special free gift that I'll give you and it will help you further understand how to solve chronic health conditions naturally, especially the dangers of Candida and yeast overgrowth. So what is Candida? Well, our bodies host a variety of organisms, including bacteria and fungus. Candida is a species of yeast, normally found in small amounts in the mouth and digestive tract or skin. When present in small amounts, the body can still thrive. However, in the right environment, yeast can multiply and grow out of control and lead to a condition called candidiasis. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, there are over 20 species of Candida yeast that can cause infections in humans, the most common of which is Candida albicans. The main three types of Candida include a Candida infection of the mouth, throat, and esophagus called thrush. There's vaginal candidiasis, and invasive candidiasis entered the bloodstream and spread throughout the body. That's called a systemic infection. Some common species of Candida include Candida albicans, Candida tropicalis, Candida glabra, Candida paropolis, Candida krusei, and Candida lusitani. So Candida albicans is a species responsible for about 50% of all candidiasis occurrences. It has an opportunistic nature, meaning this yeast will seize the opportunity to overgrow and wreak havoc in various parts of your body. The environments in which Candida albicans thrive include a compromised immune system, low counts of beneficial bacteria due to antibiotic use, high stress levels, excessive sugar and carbohydrate intake, or hormonal imbalances. Untreated, Candida albicans overgrowth can lead to systemic infections via the bloodstream, creating an environment for numerous diseases to occur. Here are some of the common symptoms: fatigue, bloating, flatulence, anxiety, depression, vaginitis, itchy skin, impaired memory, foggy thinking, poor concentration. Candida tropicalis is noted as the second most common species, and it's believed to be responsible for up to 30% of Candida blood infections. Overgrowth of this species has also been linked with nervous system disorders resulting in depression, anxiety, headaches, and memory loss. Individuals most susceptible to overgrowth include people with diabetes mellitus, leukemia, and lymphomas. This type of overgrowth usually occurs in the gastrointestinal tract and on the skin. Common symptoms with this one includes diarrhea, excessive gas, stomach cramps, skin irritations, including relentless itching, eczematous rashes, and hives. This species of Candida is becoming more resistant to antifungal drugs, making it more difficult to treat. Now, Candida glabrata, according to the National Institutes of Health, is a mucosal and systemic infection which has increased significantly due to the growing use of immunosuppressant agents. This species is responsible for about 10 to 30% of Candida infections, and can cause oral thrush. Thrush can affect anyone. However, it's most frequent among babies, toddlers, and older adults, and people with immune deficiencies. Left untreated, thrush can spread to other parts of the body, including lungs and liver of those who are immunocompromised. Candida parapilus is involved in up to 30% of Candida infections, including nail and tissue infections, as well as fungal blood infections. Symptoms are most common among immune-impaired people and include severe flu-like symptoms, chronic fatigue, and systemic infections. This species has a high resistance to antimicrobial drugs and has even become a cause of concern in European hospitals. Candida krusei and Candida lusitani, these species of yeast are more rare, with each one only accounting for about 1% of candidiasis. Candida krusei is usually associated with infant diarrhea and sometimes systemic candidiasis, whereas Candida lusitani has been linked to several cases of blood infections, as well as systemic candidiasis, including sepsis and polynephritis, a potential serious kidney infection. So what causes Candida overgrowth? There are many reasons yeast can grow out of control in the body. Major contributors are beer, sugar, and kombucha tea. Other common factors include taking antibiotics, eating a diet high in sugar and refined carbs, high alcohol intake, a weakened immune system, taking oral contraceptives, diabetes, and high stress levels. Gut health is a major influencer of various illnesses, so let's take a look at what it means to have a healthy gut microbiome. So in the microbiome, around 100 trillion good bacteria live in it and on our bodies, most of which can be found in the gut. In fact, our gut is swarming with all sorts of microbes and various bacteria. A healthy gut has a balance of good and bad bacteria. The good guys are beneficial bacteria that help to enhance health, like probiotics. It should be also noted that a healthy balance is considered to be a balance of about 85% good to 15% bad. Beneficial bacteria are needed to help the body break down food to absorb nutrients. However, when our gut is out of balance, the bad bacteria coming from various sources such as food, environmental toxins, and even stress takes advantage and multiplies quickly, causing harm to the body. There are many signs your body may be suffering from Candida. Here are some symptoms. Persistent, intense sugar cravings, craving for processed carbs such as bread, pasta, and pastries, brain fog, anxiety and or depression, mood swings and irritability, vaginal yeast infections, itching, swelling, and discharge, poor focus and concentration, developing new food sensitivities and intolerances, a white coat on your tongue, digestive issues, gas, bloating, constipation, diarrhea, and mucus in the stool, skin issues, acne, eczema, and psoriasis, itchy ears, low libido, unexplained fatigue and exhaustion, skin or nail fungus infections, canker sores on the mouth, flu-like symptoms. Worsening of symptoms will happen in cold and damp or humid environments, two conditions that encourage Candida to spread and grow, which can aggravate all existing symptoms. The following are common conditions associated with Candida. Oral thrush. So yeast overgrowth in the mouth can cause white, bumpy lesions, redness, and pain in the mouth and throat. Severe cases can spread to the esophagus and cause pain or difficulty swallowing. Having a weakened immune system is commonly associated with oral thrush. Tiredness and fatigue. These are among the most common symptoms for several reasons. Nutritional deficiencies such as B6, essential fatty acids, and magnesium usually accompany candidiasis. Again, infections are common when the immune system's impaired. Reoccurring genital and urinary tract infections. While men can get yeast infections, it's much less common than the estimated 75% of women who experience at least one vaginal yeast infection in their lifetime. Reoccurring infections can be a result of Candida overgrowth. Then there's digestive issues. When the balance between good and bad bacteria is impaired, you can experience digestive issues, including constipation, diarrhea, nausea, gas, cramps, and bloating. Sinus infections. Long-lasting chronic sinus infections are believed to be caused by fungi. Antibiotics are commonly prescribed for skin infections, however, are ineffective if the cause isn't bacterial. Skin and nail fungal infections. Skin is naturally covered in bacteria to prevent Candida from growing uncontrollably. However, many products we put on our skin contain antibacterial ingredients, disrupting the natural balance of beneficial bacteria. Itching and a visible rash are the two most common symptoms of skin fungal infections. Research has found that an overgrowth of Candida is associated with several illnesses. So several diseases of the gastrointestinal tract include leaky gut syndrome, ulcerative colitis, and Crohn's disease. There's eczema on the skin, autism, fibromyalgia, and cancer. That's right, cancer. Researchers have known for years now that bacterial and viral infections cause several types of cancer, but current research is examining the link between cancer and fungal overgrowth, and many believe there is a connection between cancer and Candida. Nobel laureate Dr. Jonas Fibiger of Denmark provided the connection between cancer and fungal growths when he fed parasitic larvae carrying cockroaches to healthy rats. This is back in 1913. A comprehensive study published in 1950 by Lanico Hospital Research Institute and the Institute for Cancer Research revealed findings of fungi present in virtually all cancerous tumors they examined. The coexistence of cancer and candidiasis has been well documented over the years. In fact, Dr. Tullio Simoncini, author of Cancer is a Fungus, points out that at the most basic level, cancer and yeast fungus have very similar, if not identical, characteristics. Both cancer and Candida feed on sugar. Both grow and reproduce only in anaerobic, low-oxygen environments, and both need an acidic environment to survive. When you probe cancer cells within the human body, they appear white in color and uneven in texture, just like yeast. Dr. Simoncini stated that Candida is found in about 97 to 98% of cases of cancerous tumors in humans. So let's take a look at the connection between Candida and sugar. Candida albicans in particular has a high affinity for glucose, meaning Candida organisms need sugar like glucose, fructose, and sucrose to provide them with energy to grow. Additionally, sugar enables the Candida yeast cells to switch to their more destructive fungal form. This results in faster growing Candida, leading to leaky gut syndrome. Some researchers firmly believe the rise of cancer rates over the last 80 years could be due to the modern carbohydrate-rich diet. Processed white sugar, refined flour, high fructose corn syrup, and other foods with high glycemic counts feed the yeast fungus, causing it to grow rapidly. This leads to a disruption in the normal healthy balance of good and bad flora, lowering immune response. As I've already illustrated, yeast overgrowth is linked to a poor immune function. When combined with increased intake of refined sugar consumption, it's no wonder we're so sick. A 2000 study found that carbohydrates were indispensable for Candida cellular growth and the transformation into the fungal form. So depriving the Candida of its food source can slow its growth and prevent that transition from happening. This means reducing sugar intake drastically can improve overall gut health. So let's take a look at other methods of correcting Candida. Well, we know that diet is a surefire way to improve conditions in the gut. Foods you want to eat more of would be non-starchy vegetables, artichokes, broccoli, celery, eggplant, kale, onions, spinach, and zucchini. Low-sugar fruits, meaning like avocados, lemons, limes, and olives. You want to avoid all the other kinds of fruits. Non-glutinous grains like buckwheat, millet, oat bran, quinoa, and teff. Healthy protein, eggs, herring, salmon, chicken, turkey. low mold nuts and seeds like almonds, flax, and hazelnuts. Herbs and spices and condiments like basil, cloves, paprika, and rosemary. Healthy fats and oils. Flax oil, olive oil, sesame oil, and MCT oil. Sweeteners like stevia and xylitol. Fermented foods. Kefir, olives, and sauerkraut. Drinks like chicory coffee and herbs. So now let's concentrate on the anti-candida yeast diet. So you want to eliminate all antibiotics, steroids, immune-suppressing drugs, with the supervision of your physician, of course. Eliminate the following foods: all refined and simple sugars, including barley malt, artificial sweeteners, maple syrup, and chocolate. Instead, use on a limited basis stevia or xylitol. It's best to eliminate all fruit for the first 3 to 4 weeks, especially bananas, dates, fruit juices, grapes, and all products made with them. You want to avoid glutinous grains like barley, rye, wheat, and baked goods containing yeast, including breads. Meats like pork, processed lunch meats like hot dogs and salami. Fish like tuna and swordfish due to the high mercury content. All dairy products, especially aged cheeses, milk, and yogurt. Foods high in yeast, mold, or fungus, which include aged cheeses, dried fruits, melons, peanuts, mushrooms, corn, and rye. And you want to avoid condiments with sugars, vinegar, soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, pickles, and vanilla extract. You want to avoid refined and processed vegetable oils, and of course trans fats. Eliminate all processed foods and artificial flavors, colors, and preservatives. Avoid caffeinated or sugary drinks, and avoid alcoholic drinks. So let's talk about ways you can do a Candida cleanse. Here are a few methods for doing a Candida cleanse, which helps the body get rid of excess Candida by flushing out the digestive tract. Option 1, a liquid-only cleanse. Here you make a vegetable broth from organic onions, garlic, celery, kale, sea salt, and pure water. For 1 to 2 days, drink only the broth and lots of water throughout the day. This can be repeated every few weeks, or as a jump start for option 2 or 3. Over a period of 3 to 5 days, you want to eliminate all sugars, fruits, starches, and alcohol from your diet. You'll be eating mostly steamed vegetables and be drinking plenty of water. Of course, you want to avoid starchy vegetables, which may contribute to sugar levels and feed the candidas, such as carrots, radishes, beets, sweet potatoes, and white potatoes. You could eat bitter greens topped with coconut oil. So option 3, I recommend a series of colonics done every 3 days for about 2 weeks as they flush out the large intestines, and probiotics can be added rectally at the end, which do not have to pass through the digestive tract. At the same time, you want to incorporate natural antifungals, binders, biofilm breakers, and the anti-candida diet. This method produces faster results. So here's a list of supplements and essential oils. Antifungal medicines are commonly prescribed for Candida. However, many strains are known to be resistant to these drugs. So instead, I recommend natural supplements, which can help under the supervision of your functional or integrative medicine practitioner, be added to your program. Coconut oil contains lauric acid and caprylic acid and can effectively kill off harmful Candida. Andesinic acid is a strong antifungal. Biotin is very important because it prevents the yeast from converting into its pathogenic or fungal form. Oregano oil is a strong antimicrobial. Garlic supplements high in allicin. Do not eat the whole garlic, which may be too toxic in large amounts. Grapeseed extract. So I mentioned above caprylic acid, which is MCT oil and is a natural antifungal. Milk thistle provides a great cleanse to the liver from medications, environmental pollution, and heavy metals. And then vitamin C will help give the immune system a boost. And there's some essential oils like clove oil, oregano oil, and myrrh, which are great options to kill fungus, including Candida, in or on the body. Additionally, lavender oil also inhibits the growth of Candida and is effective at preventing the spread of the infection. Bentonite clay, it draws the impurities out from the body and is packed with minerals including calcium, magnesium, silica, sodium, copper, iron, and potassium. And then, of course, probiotic supplements can reduce Candida growth and protect against infections. So here's how you choose the right probiotics. So we know probiotics fight Candida by restoring balance to the gut, inhibiting Candida growth, and helping maintain stomach acidity. Probiotic supplements come in different ranges of bacteria. Generally, higher amounts with diverse strains are better. So anywhere from 25 to 100 billion CFUs, those are colony-forming units, of viable Lactobacillus acidophilus, Lactobacillus bifidus, and Bacillus strains and other probiotic strains have all been well researched and have been shown to enhance immune function and reduce the duration of Candida overgrowth. Megasporobiotics are more resilient and have better survival rates throughout the gut. So I want to talk to you about biofilms. These are densely packed communities of microbial cells that grow on living or inert surfaces and surround themselves with secreted polymers. The National Institute of Health revealed that among all microbial and chronic infections, 65 and 80% respectively are associated with biofilm formation. During formation of biofilm, several species of bacteria communicate with one another, employing quorum sensing. In general, bacterial biofilms show resistance against human immune system as well as against antibiotics and antifungals. The most important or key element here is these biofilms surround pathogens like yeast, bacteria, and parasites, forming an impenetrable barrier against antibiotics, antifungals, and antiparasitics. So if your Candida program's not working, you need to address biofilms first. Recent research has shown that certain proteolytic enzymes like serrapeptase can eat away at their shell, and these enzymes should precede any yeast, bacteria, or parasite program. So you want to get rid of the biofilm first. So let's talk about 5 steps to natural treatment for candidiasis. Step 1. You have to starve the yeast out by cutting out sugar and yeast-containing foods, as well as the foods mentioned before. Step 2. You want to break down biofilms and kill the yeast overgrowth with natural oils and supplements mentioned above. In step 3, you want to repopulate the good bacteria with probiotic supplements and probiotic foods. Fermented foods are great for repopulating the gut with good bacteria such as kimchi, sauerkraut, and coconut water, but supplements work much faster. Step 4, you want to help the body's natural detox defense with liver-cleansing supplements such as milk thistle. Mega IgG 2000 is a dairy-free serum-derived immunoglobulin concentrate that supports healthy digestion, neutralizes environmental toxins, and improves gut barrier function, and helps the immune system recover. Also, you need binders such as GI Detox by Biobotanical Research, which helps remove debris and mops up the toxins and supports microbial balance. Binding agents are especially integral as the breakdown of biofilms, mycotoxins, candida, and pathogens, which can cause die-off or Herxheimer-type detox reactions. Their proprietary herbal blend includes zeolite clay, much like bentonite clay, activated charcoal, aloe vera, silica, apple pectin, humic, and fulvic acid. In step 5, you want to repair the damaged gut lining with L-glutamine to nourish your gut cell, aloe extract to help restore your gut's normal mucosal lining, licorice extract to soothe the stomach and intestinal lining, larch arabinogalactin to promote healthy gut microflora and promote gut-mending fatty acid production, slippery elm and marshmallow root to maximize gut repair and mucous membrane health. They're very soothing to the mucous membrane. And you want to get plenty of sleep and avoid unnecessary stress. So this may be a good time to try some stress-reducing techniques such as deep breathing exercises, yoga, or meditation. Well, we've covered a ton of information today. A functional medicine professional like myself can help you with every step of the way from testing for Candida to treating symptoms and maintaining good health. You must realize that fighting Candida can be daunting, and with the proper guidance can be mitigated in a few months. However, if you just incorporate a Candida diet Without natural biofilm breakers, antifungals, binders, and probiotics, you might be fighting it for years. Remember, Candida is very damaging to the gut lining, causing leaky gut, multiple food sensitivities, and can become systemic, leading to a host of seemingly unrelated symptoms. As you may have guessed by now, functional medicine professionals are trained in treating the whole person, not just the illness. And by creating a doctor-patient partnership, a functional medicine practitioner will personalize a plan that's right for you. It's always best to test, not guess, when you suspect Candida, because recovery can be difficult and lengthy if not properly addressed. With that being said, types of tests of Candida or yeast include organic acid testing, or the OAT test, by Great Plains Labs. You're looking for a marker that indicates yeast overgrowth called a rhabnose. Doctors' data uses the Comprehensive Stool Analysis, the CSA. They not only test for yeast among other markers for digestive health, but they do a sensitivity test against antifungal medicines and natural antifungals, so you know what will work best for the type of yeast or Candida that you have. So I want to thank you all for taking the time to join us today. I love helping people feel better. If you have any further questions, please email me at support@functionalnutritionistacademy.com and give yourself a pat on the back for taking steps to improve your health. I'm passionate about sharing this topic with people who are eager to transform their lives and finally achieve optimal health with natural solutions for the dangers of Candida and yeast overgrowth. For a deeper understanding or more information and your free gift, don't forget your free gift, you want to visit functionalnutritionistacademy.com. Subscribe to the free report for your free gift. And here you can also learn how to become a board-certified functional nutritionist online in your own time. I urge you to join a growing field of health professionals and become a leader in your area. We need dedicated people helping other people. To book an appointment with myself, Dr. Rispoli, visit CompleteHealthInstitute.com. Now, the link at the bottom of the page is for Module 1 in my Mastering Functional Nutrition course called Mastering Gut Health. Here you understand the microbiome from the mouth to the other end, how the gut is the gateway to many chronic health conditions like SIBO, leaky gut, allergies, food intolerances, autoimmune triggers, and diseases, and how to heal and seal leaky gut syndrome, reverse autoimmune diseases, and the importance of proper detoxification to reverse chronic health conditions. That's why I like to start with the gut, liver, and adrenals first if indicated. So I look forward to seeing you in class. Bye now.